Mavic Pro. Should you get it in 2019? Well, short answer, yes. Long answer, let me tell you. So this Mavic Pro, which you can probably see is a bit used, I got it used from Amazon for 780 quid, pounds, or like $900 in the US. That's a bit of a steal. Now I'll tell you why I got the drone. So I got this drone, specifically the Platinum version. I got it rather than getting a 24-70 lens because when I weighed up the odds and what each thing is capable of, there is far more that you can do narratively and just as a video photo thing with a drone. And the Mavic Pro was my choice for a few reasons. So, reason number one, and this is the same reason why I now have a Canon 1DX Mark II. I got this drone because it is what people who I watch and professionals, it's what they use. They use the Mavic Pro. I mean, you can get the Inspire and the more expensive ones, but a lot of the YouTubers that I watch, and probably you too if you're watching this, use a Mavic Pro or have used and have now gone up to the new Mavic 2 Pro. Mavic 2 Pro. And I wish I could afford it, but I can't. Reason number two, specifically the more platinum reason. The reason I got the Platinum version is for the extended battery life and the extended range compared to something like the Mavic Air, which would be cheaper. But with the Mavic Pro Platinum, you get 40% quieter noise, it's 40% quieter, and the battery life is 30% longer. So that means I can shoot more and buy less batteries. That's just overall a better combination in my world. Another reason I got the Mavic, and this is, rather important, especially if you watch my last video, is because I want to start making more content, and I want to start making better content and hopefully getting clients in the future. And they want drones. A lot of people nowadays want that extra versatility. Well, they want that second viewpoint, that bird in the sky, that heaven view, especially of properties. For example, if you've ever done properties, it's very important to get an establishing shot of the environment that property's in, and you can't get that with a conventional camera. You have to use a drone. So that's my third reason. Now my fourth reason, and some of you might not like this as a reason because they might see it as a bit lame or not a real reason. Basically, definitely not stalling here. Drones are cool. So if you take anything away from this video, even though it's about specifically this Mavic Pro, you should just buy a drone if you can buy a drone. I bought the best drone I could afford, which was this one. You should just buy a drone. Just buy a drone. I mean, look at this little guy. He looks so happy. He looks like he's, peace. Peace, guys. Alright, so back to more Mavic Pro specific reasons as to why I got it. Now, a big reason compared to the cheaper models out there would be the camera. The portrait mode, especially on the Mavic, is pretty cool, especially if you're into Instagram stories and keeping people who like your content up to date, as well as 4K at 30 and 24p. It's not as good as the 60p that you get on the Phantoms, but 4K 60, I think it requires quite a lot of bitrate, and 100 megabits a second just isn't enough, especially for 4K 60. It's just not enough. Apart from the camera, it also has a lot more advanced features like the sensors and the auto landing function and the home functions, GPS, the RC remote, which is more stable than using wireless internet, which is what I believe the Air uses. It just uses your phone signal, which can be interfered with dramatically just by things that you're around, whether that be a power station or other people's electronics. All mobile phones off at the petrol station, guys. Now, all of those reasons so far have mostly been why to choose the Mavic Pro over cheaper models. So now I want to quickly show you and tell you why you should get the Mavic Pro compared to the more expensive models, like the Phantom. I mean, if you can afford the new Mavic Pros, then you should probably get the Mavic Pro 2. Mavic 2 Pro, you should probably get that one over this one, but if you can't and you can afford a Mavic Pro, well, let me show you another good reason why you should get this. Right, so this is probably one of the biggest reasons why you should get a Mavic over a Phantom. There you go. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why you should get a Mavic. So, apart from just the drone fitting comfortably into your pocket bag, so does the Mavic Pro remote. Now, it's not as good as the Air remote or the new Mavic Pro remotes because on those the little sticks come out, but like I said, you still get RC control and you get a lot of sort of advanced features, things that keep you safe as a pilot and also in line with the law, which is super important if you don't want to lose your drone and also smash it into a tree. Alright, so that's why I think you should get a Mavic Pro in 2019. Now, like I said, if you can afford the new ones, you probably should get the new ones, but if you can't, and you can afford a Mavic Pro, you should definitely still get one in 2019, compared to some of the other competing brands like Parrot, because I know that the Parrot drone, the Anafi, and the Mavic Pro, they sometimes sort of fight for the same price bracket. But, like I mentioned previously with the remote, on the DJI you get a lot of advanced features like GPS and RC control, which are just going to keep you safe. And you want to keep yourself safe and above the law, below the law, and in line with the law, and just you don't want to lose your drone, guys. 2019 is a really big year for drone laws. You know, coming November in the UK, you're going to have to apply for a CAA license, which isn't going to be fun, but hopefully it'll be free. Who knows? But there's a lot of things happening in 2019, especially with drone laws. So you want to make sure that not only are you with a brand that's reputable like DJI, but that gives you the advanced safe features you need to do your work without hassle. Because the last thing you want is to have someone like the government or the police or some random neighbour that doesn't like you get you in trouble. That's the worst thing that can happen. You're going to lose your footage and you're not going to have a job. And you can't have that going. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I hope this helped you decide whether or not you should get a Mavic Pro in 2019. Again, I think you should, but it's up to you. Afford what you can afford, do what you love. Thank you very much for watching.